Yo, yo, yo! Welcome to the World Series here at CLR GT Travel Career GT4 Cup, round number 7. Just 3 rounds to go this season, round 7, round 8, and then the rerun of round 5, where we had PSN troubles and couldn't race. So, welcome back to some Group 4 racing action, and we have a look at the current championship standings. We see the results for round 5. Last week we were at Monza, no chicane, high speed, Temple of Speed. Today it's an old school British track, Brands Hatch, and we still have Slugsy in the lead without winning a race so far. We'll be racing close that gap in P2. Richie, not the best result last week at Monza, still sitting in P3, and the rest you see like what we can display on this little screen here for you, but with still plenty of points to offer. It's 50 points for a victory, 5 points for the fastest lap, and 8 points for pole position. That is, yeah, nothing is decided yet. So we have a quick look at today's information. Racing in the evening, some cloudy conditions. Maybe midway through the race you see a little bit of sunny conditions, and then it gets cloudy towards the end again. As always, it is the racing softs and the racing mediums available. Racing softs will be mandatory for this race. Short pit lane here at Brands Hatch. We might see an all softs race for most of the drivers. No, we'll see. And with that being said, we are starting the qualifying session now. 10 minutes. As always, ×1 tire wear, ×1 fuel consumption, 30 liters of initial fuel for that session. And let's see, 13 drivers ticked in, so we'll go with that then. Good luck, everybody. And who has the best car for Brands Hatch? On paper, I'd say the Megane Trophy, the Alfa Romeo 4C light handling cars should be very, very good. Like everyone, or most of the drivers, trying to get out on track early for this. So you have a quick run through the grid. Slugsy the lead in his Mercedes AMG SLS, Richie in the Honda NSX, Oscar in the Nissan Silvia, Dashi reserving for Stu today in the Porsche Cayman with a Verstappen livery. Blasi using that Supra to be racing in his trusty Ferrari 458. With Taz running the Megane Trophy in a color shift style livery. Ollie Henry today in the Hyundai Genesis. Husky, as always, running the McLaren 650S 710 cap. With this American muscle, the Dodge Viper. Black Seal, the Lexus RC F Neighbor in the Jag, and Nick running the Alfa Romeo 4C. Oh, here we go. Missed the start of the lap. Still we go on board with Slugsy. Approaching a very crucial corner. Early on the power, carry the speed a little bit uphill on the longest straight off the track. Here we go downhill and into the more technical section of the track. Smooth lines so far. Oh, this blind right-hander cut the inside, that is okay. Carry the speed. Then get ready for the final turn. Just before the one board break. A white line nearly touches the cross. And we should see the first reference lap time. It could be a 1:30. 1:30.0. He racing with a 30.4, Blasi with a 30.7, Oscar a 31, Richie a 31, Taz also a 31.4, Ollie Henry with a 0.6, Dashi a slower lap, 40.5, 710 Cap with a 32.3 up to P9, Black Seal coming round. 33 maybe incoming, 34 to start with. What about Neighbor? Oh, drifting it, losing the Jag. Not ideal. It was on a good lap. 31.1, and there is Nick in the Alpha. Running a little bit too wide. Bit of warm-up needed. So after first blood, it is Slugsy with that 30.0. Won't be improving on that lap, and with that penalty next lap also pretty much in the bin. Serves the penalty right before the final turn. Richie improved to a 30.8 up to P4. Blasi with a 30.0 as well. There's Taz P7. Slight improvement. P Racing didn't improve on his second lap. Whereas Dashi, Husky, oh, we see some improvements at grid. 710 Cap as well, 31. B Racing might grab some slipstream on this lap. Gets a little bit of tow. And is he up a little bit on his personal best? Missed that apex slightly. Not ideal. Still, he keeps it on the black-gray stuff. Two wheels onto the grass, down a little bit. Again, might get a little bit of help for the last couple of meters. Early on the power, running wide. Richie with an improvement. Where's B Racing? 30.5 now. Couldn't improve. Well, it's getting closer to his personal best. So Richie P4, 30.6. Neighbor with that 30.8 up to P5. In the meantime, Oscar 31.1 currently. Tess with that 31.2 sitting in P7. Dashi with that 31.500 in P8 in the Porsche. Ollie Henry with that 31.6. Oh, not too far behind. The same goes for 710 cap also at 31 for the German driver. Nick a high 31s. If you can get the rhythm in that little Alpha, you could be flying, and you need to trust the rotation. So 31.6 jumped up to P9, whereas Husky in P12 a low 32. Black Seal with a 32.7 in the Lexus. But now could be an improvement into the mid or low 32s. We saw that Oscar was improving a 30.8 on time, not on the position. As a purple first sector with just under 2 minutes to go in the qualifying. We still have Sluxy on provisional pole. Blasi right behind. Blasi pushing that Supra. Doesn't need much. Will we see someone breaking the 1 minute 30 barrier? Neighbor again with an improvement. Oh, getting closer to B Racing in P3. So P1 gets 8 points, P2 5 points, and P3 3 points from the qualifying session. Nick improved. It's P7 for now. Sluxy with some traffic. Not sure. It's 2/10 down, won't be improving on that. Whereas Blasi closed that gap to Sluxy. Oscar with a 30.2 up to P3 now. And 30 seconds to go, so one more lap for the drivers that cross the line now. And a 29.987 Blasi. Provisional pole, Sluxy P2, Oscar P3, P Racing currently P4 on that final lap of the qualifying session. So can he grab at least P3 and some extra points for the overall championship? Richie not too far behind his personal best on his final lap. You see with a 31 dead from Nick. It's P7 at the moment. He comes around, takes the narrow line. It's a 30.6. He moves up into P6. Denotes Richie to P7, and that's the end of Richie's qualifying. Can Sluxy strike back on that final quali lap? 10 seconds, nope. Oscar finished P3 by the looks. Here's B Racing. 29. Nope, no improvement for the Dutch driver. Nick finished. Someone still on a flying lap. 7:10. 31.9, close to his personal best. Where is Husky? He's improving. 31.0 up to P8. So last second improvement happening. So that is the end of the qualifying session, so just grab those results. And then let's have a look. Blasi 29.9, a little bit of slipstream assist on that lap, definitely, but maximized that lap. Fluxy starting P2 in the front row, 30-0. Oscar P3 alongside with B racing on a second row, Neighbor and Nick. Starting in row number 3 alongside, and we have Richie and the Husky, P7, P8. And on the second page, row number 5, it is Tess and Dashi. Ollie Henry and 710 Cap on that 6th row, and row number 7, it is Black Seal. Alright. So then we are getting ready for the race in 2 minutes, 2-minute warning, or whatever you will call it. And then we get this 50-minute race underway. Standing start, false start check. As always, racing softs and racing mediums available to the drivers. The racing softs are mandatory with a short pit lane. We might see 2 stop, soft, maybe. Don't think it is worth going for longer on the slower tire compound. But as always, I am just sitting here commentating. I have no clue about strategy. So let's get surprised what the drivers have practiced and what they feel comfortable with running, of course. Alright, so and let's get the race underway. And hello Neighbor, hello Dashi in the stream chat and racing at the same time. Uh-oh. Multitasking. Oh, now focus on the race, gents. It's getting hot now. So let's go. Spectate. That. And it's not qualifying anymore. It's the race, and here we go. We should have everything racing mediums for Blasi, so he's proving me wrong already. Sluxy on the softs, Oscar is speed racing on the softs. So who has the best launch off the line? Usually the Supra is not the best starting car, and Sluxy immediately takes the advantage in his SLS. MG Oscar around the outside. Can he hang it around turn 1? Always crucial. And now heading into Druids. We see side by side. Inside line, Blasi, Oscar. And we have 2-3 wide situations, maybe 4 wide. Coming out of Druids. They brought up to P4, B racing, P5 side by side with Nick. They go. Oh, it's a sketchy test with some good progress. And again, we have 2 wide, 3 wide situations heading into 30s, coming out of it one, and it's still a gaggle of car. Side draft, slipstream, whatever is involved. Richie on the mediums as well. On the inside, the Tess around the outside gets that position for now. Richie and Ollie Henry close the Husky as well. Dashi dropped a few positions. P11, Black Seal, and 710 cap on the mediums as well. So at the front, Slugsy already 1.5 seconds, a massive opening lap for the Mercedes driver Oscar. And P2 and Blasi, P3. Blasi on those medium tires. No, Neighbor on the mediums as well, closely followed by B Racing. The check with some lags uphill and turn number 1 downhill. A little bit of dust kicking up. A bit too deep maybe, but Neighbor defending the inside line for the next turn, but understeers a little bit too much, and through goes B Racing as the inside line now. Oh, someone spun it. I think it was Blasi with a moment. We'll have to watch the replay, see what happened to the Italian driver. Where's Blasi? P10. Quick replay. What happened? Oh, the rear, lost the rear on the grass. Nice little 360 and down to P10 it is for Blasi. A comeback drive needed. Also dashy sideways in the Porsche. Saw that. Just a glimpse. Too hot. We'll see what happened. You're so easy to lose your car and took too much outside curb and then lost it. The first victims already claimed by the track. Slugsy with a great start to the race. 2 seconds the gap already to Oscar in P2. Another 3 seconds to B Racing. Neighbor P4 under pressure now. Nick is close in the Alpha. Taz also not too far behind. Oh, and then Taz loses it. So the commentator's curse is strong today. Sorry. The curbs, the grass. It is tricky. Nick is close, but not close enough, I think, at the end of the straight. But should be able to carry more speed through those turns in his Alpha. And then has to back out. Will he get that apex? No, he's on to the gravel as well. Losing some momentum. Nick also on to the grass. Dirty tires. Will struggle now probably to keep that car on the track. And Ollie Henry with the move. Outside line becomes the inside line for the next turn. And the Genesis moves up 1 position for now at least. Nick on the inside for turn number 1. Does he have the legs? No, I don't think so. Tucks in behind for now. Stays there. Blasi upper position again. Got past Husky, Ritchie. Also at the moment probably P9. Only Black Seal. Then right behind him in P10 in his Lexus. 710 cap the Viper. And has Taz and Dashi both with a little spin. Both on the soft tires. Again, very wide lines. Coming out of that turn. And they managed, I think, to control the car. Oh, it looks like Oscar found the rim. The gap not really changing between Slugsy and Oscar. Two seconds. We saw a little bit of purple. So far, Slugsy with at 30.7. But I'm pretty sure we see faster lap times throughout the race. The fuel will come down towards the end, and I'm pretty sure we see at least one stint on fresh soft tires with less fuel in the tanks for most of the drivers. We should be getting closer to those low 1 minute 30s. A little bit of lag here for Ollie Henry. No, probably not easy to touch for Nick. That gets a good run out of 30s. He will position his car on the inside, and for the following right-hander, can the Genesis hold that line around the outside? Oh, bold move. Nick wasn't that committed, at least. Keeps it very clean. Gives Husky the opportunity. Oh, yellow flag. Who is that? Sure, B racing with some damage. Ooh, B, what did she do? Oops. Again, accelerating on the grass in an MR car. The rears a bit too much slip angle, and that is not good. Lost the position to Ney Butter. And looking at the tire wear, so yeah, maybe it's quite aggressive. So we are 8 minutes in. So what we'll be looking at, 17 minutes on the soft tires if you want to go for a 2-stop. So maybe the medium tire is not too bad as an option. Well, this is quite close still between Ollie Henry and Nick. And Husky closing that gap, and also Richie sneaking into the slipstream range, and it looks like Blasi had another whoopsie. Lap 4, 1:38.9. Taz, oh, he was, yeah, after we saw that spin, yeah, of course we saw that live. Trying to fight back. Into the 32s now for 710 cap. Dashi having a partner now, a reference. In P13 at the moment. So 2.3 the gap between Slugsy and Oscar. Oh, yeah. Didn't change that much. A couple of tenths here, a couple of tenths there. But overall, very similar in pace now. And quite a big gap to Ney in P3. 9 seconds. And Ney is on the alternative strategy. Oh, and a half-second penalty. E-Racing is destroying his front left tire. Crazy. Nick got past Ollie Henry, and now chasing down the Ferrari driver. And look at that cornering speed over the Alpha. Crazy. It's on the inside. They go side by side into turn number 1. Nick nearly loses the car, taking too much the inside curb. Good car control. And once again, the Alpha 4C shows like the incredible tire saving abilities with that car. Nice run out of 30s, less than 3/10. But even with that slipstream assist, not able to really gain in that straight. Somehow he needs to take advantage of the cornering abilities. Maybe the final turn, where he had a massive run last time, and yeah, B Racing is struggling, going defensive, inside line. Nick has to brake early, maybe trying to go for the cutback. Oh, I think B Racing wanted to pit. Not sure about that. But for a brief moment, it looked like he wanted to go on the inside. Now Nick has the inside for Druids and gets his car in front. So the battle of the Italian cars, advantage for Alpha at this stage. It's not over. It's not over. We all know that 4C is vulnerable on those straights. But Nick got a good run. 3/10 should be enough to keep that position, and now I think might open up that gap through the technical bits. Someone was very wide. Yeah, 3/4 gained alone. Richie has left the lobby. And B Racing going to pit now. Yep. Ollie Henry as well, with the first Travers after 14 minutes of racing. So maybe they're going for soft to medium or soft, medium, soft. But it's soft tires again. There's B Racing filled up mediums, so okay. Oh, he lost, of course, a couple of positions now, but there's a full tank, and the medium tires, can he get them until the end of the race? 35 minutes. Dashi is in as well. Softs it is. At the sharp end, Slugsy now opened up the gap, nearly 4 seconds. And we're getting closer to those 17, 18 minutes. You're probably looking at for a soft strategy. Lebother on his mediums in P3, so we probably run as long as the fuel lasts. Tires looking still okay. Nick and the 4C, very good tire wear. Same goes for Husky. He's on the mediums, and that and Blasi also on the mediums in the Supra, and after those shaky first couple of laps with 2 incidents, now finding the pace and the rhythm that is so needed here at Brands Hatch. Taz might be looking at soft as well in the Megane, but now tire wear's kicking in. Just saw a couple of drivers there very close in that midfield. Black Steel 710 Cap and B Racing after the pit stop close that gap to the German driver. Carries more speed through the turns. Slugsy is in now. Oscar staying out for another. It was roughly 4 seconds. No fuel for Slugsy at this stage, and maybe just a tiny little bit. So yeah, just over 10, maybe 11 seconds with a little bit of fuel and tire change. Fastest lap so far goes to Oscar with that 30.7. Now I'm pretty sure we will see an improvement. Slugsy on fresh soft tires. Fuel coming down. Might be a little 3 wide. Why not? Into Sergis Blasi with a bold move. 2 for 1 or not? Is it Husky? Blasi, Nick. And the McLaren stays in front. For now, the Toyota right behind with the 4C. I think had a little moment. Nick 34, yeah, maybe a little off track. Lost him 2 positions. Oscar is in now as well. What's the call for Nick? Maybe also pitting now. Oh, he's, yep, doing that. And the 2 medium compound runners, Blasi and Husky, are really close. As Blasi looking to go for a move into the Druid's hairpin. He is showing his nose. Oh, very wide line from Husky. Maybe he was scared, I don't know. But missed that corner by quite a bit. So Nick on a new set of softs. E-Racing got a past 710 Cap and a Black Seal. Up to P8. Taz on fresh soft tires. No, P11, Dashi, P12 on soft tires as well. 20 seconds the gap at the moment, but never give up. So it looks like the undercut was quite effective. 5.5 seconds now, and the first timed lap after the pit stop. Will we see a new fastest lap? Not quite, 30.9. It's getting closer to that. Neighbor, they're pitting, I think, very early. Those mediums. With 30 minutes to go. Might be medium, soft. For Ney, yeah, he's on the softs now. This could be hey Richie. Yeah. Everyone wanted to kill you then, I guess. But yeah, always unlucky, like with the disconnect. Oh, Nick. Very wide entry for Sergis. That cost him quite some time. We'll see, I think he just missed the braking point. And then went too deep. Yeah, that's 20 meters too late. Gives B Racing the opportunity and to have a race with Nick. Be on those mediums now after destroying the softs on that first 10-minute stint. It looks like he's feeling comfortable on the mediums now, pushing a bit more. The tire wear looking okay at this stage. 710 cap still driving on his mediums tires since the start of the race. It has switched from softs to softs in personal best. Currently Black Seal, I think, also just running with those mediums without a pit stop, and Odashi with another off track and another one. Pushing that Porsche a bit too much, your brand, so it's easier said than done, but yeah, you have to be smooth and maybe underdrive the car a little bit, at least during the race. It's not a hot lap time trial session. This one's Luxy as expected, improving the fastest lap to a 30.6 and opening up the gap to Oscar and P2 6.6 now. Blasi up to P3 again. How long can he drive on those medium tires? So he has to use the softs at some point. Leibother up to P4 again, got past Husky, who is also still running on the medium tire compound. I think Husky is clearly going for that one stop attempt. This could get interesting. So Nick caught up with Ollie Henry. Trying to set up a move, but wasn't sure about inside line, outside line. He ends up staying behind the Genesis for now. And we see a 2-second gap to B Racing. On the edge, once again, grass is involved on some of those corners. As always, Brands Hatch, a very narrow track. But look at that final turn, Nick and the Alpha. Massive speed, massive run, and this gives him the position before turn 1. 3/10 the gap, carries the speed downhill. Gives B Racing again the chance to close the gap. 7/8 now for B. Another 7 seconds then to Taz. 7:10 cap. Oh, a tire wear is surely kicking in his Dodge. Black Seal another 3 seconds, and Dashi showing some consistency with 1 minute 40 plus lap times. Just choking, of course. I know that feeling, like if you're not having the race you want and you push too much and you're just overdriving that car. Oscar with a 30.4 Again, could be a battle between Slugsy and Oscar for that fastest lap of the race. If Slugsy keeps it clean, 6 seconds is a nice little gap, of course. Oh, and on just pace alone, don't think Oscar will be able to bring that down. Blasi now has to defend that position from Ney. Ney is on a fresher set of soft tires, and it's a drag race between the Jag and the Supra. I think inside line for Blasi should be the advantage. You cannot go around the outside, at least not in the Jag. Maybe in a all-wheel drive car, more traction, but this is now intense between the two. Both too wide, Ney on to the grass, all 4 wheels. That only means one thing: very, very dirty tires. And instantly losing some time, 7, 8 tenths the gap now. Might still face a little bit of understeer through that final turn. I think got it back under control, but a second now between the two. Husky versus Nick also. It was so Nick nearly lost the car on that final turn. Managed to save it. It's 2 seconds and E-Racing is pushing. Ollie Henry destroyed another set of softs, especially that front left, and it will be probably softs again. Will we see the 3-stop happening, or will it be mediums now? It is mediums, okay. And how long can 710 cap a Black Seal go? The same question also goes to Blasi on the mediums once again. Same situation. Blasi was going defensive on the back straight. For a brief moment, he realized he had a gap. He went back onto the racing line, but he's feeling the pressure, and Nebado with more pace at this stage of the race. Can he go for a move? Half a second with a good final turn. Might be able to set up a move into turn 1, or the following druids happen. We'll see. It's still half a second. 4 tenths gaining on the straight into turn number 1, 3.5. Good run, less than 3 tenths. Blasi going defensive. Nebada has to use the other. Oh, going for the cutback. Nice little setup, and then not sure there was contact. Yeah, there was a little bit of a tap. So back to the drawing board. Of course, you want to go for overtakes, but not with a little tap. Blasi struggling at 30s, and this time Nebada gets the move done. More speed with that little wiggle. What are we looking at for Blasi? Can he make those soft tires last for 17 minutes? So maybe 2 more laps to be on the safe side if you want to go aggressive, and maybe 1 more and then pit and hope the soft tire will last for the rest of the race. Nick just 2 seconds behind. No, Blasi staying out. That was to be expected, at least from my side. Oh, Nick 2 seconds, under 2 seconds to B Racing, who looks to be like nursing the tires now, not that aggressive anymore. And approaching the final third of round number 7 here, Brands Hatch, 6 seconds. Still the gap between Sluxy in P1 and Oscar P2, both on the same strategy, soft so far, and they will be going for another soft tire run very soon. I think 1-2 more laps at max, and we should see the next pit stop. Both staying out. Neighbor probably looking to get to the 15 minutes remaining mark and then change tires again. Probably the same for Blasi. Maybe one more, maybe pit this lap. It's 17 minutes and a bit to go. It might be doable, and Blasi is in. Going on to the soft tire compound, so Nick moves up. P4, B racing P5. Blasi needs to put in a little bit of fuel, changing the tires. Husky still staying out on the mediums. That might be pitting soon as well. So Blasi out in P7. Tess also in for the final plant service. Softs again. Fuel should get him to the end. Black Seal now on the softs, leaves us also with a 710 cap, running on low fuel and pretty much a dead front left tire. Pit stop incoming very soon. Also for leader Sluxy in. What is Oscar's strategy? Again, going for the undercut. Oh, Sluxy should have a nice little gap to the rest of the grid. So comes out in clean air. Less than 10 seconds. The gap to Oscar. Ooh, needs to pit. Still neighbor pitting, not pitting yet. Nick doing it B racing. He wants to have a race with Nick probably on soft tires again, so the medium was just like a little sprint, and put in the fuel on the previous stint. P4 on Nick, P5, and Blasi P6, so 4, 5, 6. It is close. Everyone is on the soft tire compound now. Husky on his softs. Ollie Henry on the mediums. Taz on the softs with an advantage. 710 cap is in. It's softs till the end in the Viper. Roughly 4 seconds to gap to Black Seal, who pitted earlier. Oscar now into the pits. Lost, I think, already a second on that lap. 2 slugs. You had a mighty out lap, I reckon. Well, we had like roughly 6 seconds, and not much change between the two. Ney is in now as well for the service. I think he will keep that P3. Just, I think, where's B Racing? Crossing the line. Neighbor now leaving the pits. Oh, it just lost that position to B, and oh, unlucky for Blasi. He had to take a wide line. Nick as well went playing in the kitty litter. So that pit exit a bit tricky, of course. Nothing you can do like your auto drive, but those drivers coming round there, they're probably a bit scared and distracted by a car. Then you cannot take the usual racing line, but this just means we get some more close, exciting racing for the rest of the race. P Racing P3, 1.6 the gap to Neighbor in P4, Blasi P5, Nick 6 seconds now. That could be very tough now for the German driver. Husky in P7. Tess got past Ollie Henry. Tess on the softs, Ollie Henry on the mediums. Black Seal 4 seconds. The gap to 7:10 cap. And Dashi still going on the softs. So no more pit stops expected. I say that, and then Nick is in. He might have underfueled. Oh no. A little bit of a strategy error, maybe. Now it's a race for the fastest lap between Sluxy and Oscar. Currently it's a 30.476 and nearly 3/10 up for Sluxy in the Mercedes AMG SLS car. So this could be the new fastest lap of this race. A low 30 incoming, 30.1. That's a statement. Yes. Oh, nearly the same lap time for Oscar. A 1.69 versus a 1.26. So both are pushing those extra points. I tell you, Blasi up to P4. Neighbor dropped the position P5, 8/10, but it's still not over yet. Blasi pitted earlier. And it's now, I think, find the balance between pushing and saving your tires. There was a moment between, once again, 3.4, 3.5, the gap to P Racing now. I think coming out of turn number 1, bit too wide, lost speed, going defensive into the hairpin. And looks like Blasi will be fighting with Ney. And for that P4, and P Racing might secure a P3 in this race. Let's have a look at the other gaps. Husky bit in no man's land currently. Taz P7 and Nick after the emergency pit stop splash and dash, an early splash and dash. Right behind Ollie Henry. Oh, yellow flag again. What happened? Who is off track? I think it was Dashi. Yep, a bit too wide again. Cross, and then says hello to Barry, but with quite an impact. It is gap going down between Sluxy and Oscar under 6 seconds. Oscar gained 8/10 that previous lap. Sluxy going a little bit into cruise mode with 9 minutes to go. Losing even more. You see the race manager now. still more than 5 seconds. Oscar pushing purple sector with 1 corner to go. We'll see. 5.4 gets a great run. Lost a little bit, but yeah, like a 30.1, 30.2, 30.2 the last 3 laps. Sluxy going for the 31 zeros now, and then realized, oh, I need to push again. Massive purple. Yeah. Can he keep that throughout the lap? The question, still purple. Definitely not slowing down anymore, but Oscar's also pushing too much. Touched the grass a little bit. Lost couple of 100th. Blasi versus Neighbor, P4 and P5. Tires don't see any advantage at the moment. Oh. Even playing field. Great exit. Under 3/10, but won't be close enough. Emergency downshift to 3rd gear, I think, for that rotation. 6/10, not close enough, I think, this time. And it's still 3.7, 3.8 seconds to be racing with 6 minutes and a bit to go. It's very unlikely that Blasi and Nevada will catch B. Oh, there was a big leg spike incoming. 4.6, 4.5, a little moment, Sluxy maybe, or Oscar is still pushing. 30.3. And then a bit too wide, maybe 3/10 down. It's to be like another, still into the 30s, but a high 30, and that little mistake, a 30.5. Oscar is still gaining. We'll be racing now in P3. 4 seconds. The gap to Blasi is second. 2 Neighbor in P5. We saw that. Husky in P6. The gap to Tess. Seems to be stable, but it is Nick on the move. Half a second. Gap is coming down. See once again Nick with that final turn, carrying so much speed compared to the others. Oh, big move, but also pretty sure the Tess didn't fight it too much. Played it safe. So Nick P7 again. 5 seconds to gap to Husky. This might be a bit too much with 4 minutes to go. Ollie Henry in P9. Black Seal's tires are dying. Oh, advantage for 710 cap in the Dodge Viper. 1.4. The gap is coming down. Definitely. And Dashies still trying to tame the Cayman. So 1.2. Keep an eye on that and have a look at the leaders. 5 seconds. I think Sluxy just manages now with Oscar having a 32-0 last time round. A little moment or serving a penalty. Whatever it was. Any other close battles. But now, oh, suddenly a tire drop in the jack. That final lap could be very painful for Nevada now. Looking at the front left. Ouchie. Nick and Tess. It's half a second. Also, very close, less. Tess is pushing again with the slipstream assist, getting closer. And here we go. Final 2 minutes of the race. Nick, the 8. Something happened. We need to have a look. Sluxy 4 seconds. So it, yep, final minute of the race started and Sluxy crosses the line. It will be the final lap for this one. So 3.6, 3.5 between Sluxy and Oscar on that final lap. Now P Racing keeping it smooth, tidy. P3, Blasi, P4, Neighbor now struggling as expected with the front left being that. I think he has to do one more. The gap to Husky, 10 seconds. And he needs to cross the line to secure P5. It does that. Will Husky get that final lap as well? Yeah, he's on that lap, so Nick will finish in P7. Tess P8. And round comes Ollie Henry for a P9 finish. Black Seal in P10. Oh, something happened to 710 cap. He was so close to Black Seal. It will be P10 and P11. And here comes Sluxy 1.7. It got close towards the end, but Sluxy with his first victory of the season. Oscar P2. B Racing will finish that race most likely P3. Fuel is low. Tires are toast. But it's a podium. Blasi P4 in the Supra, and Neighbor he survived the final lap on dead tires. It's a P5, and then Husky P6. So here we go. Let's save that replay. Grab the results. And then let's talk about Sluxy with a 30.126, also the fastest lap, pole position, victory, and the fastest lap, the Triple Crown, maximum points, and extending the championship lead over B-Racing, who finished P3 today. Oscar P2 kept Sluxy honest on that final stint. Blasi in the Supra, P4. And after 2 spins on those opening laps, Neighbor P5 in a close battle with Blasi for many laps. Husky with a very quiet race, but solid points, P6. Nick and P7, I think a little bit disappointed, had the pace for P4, P5, I think, in that 4C. Taz P8 in the trophy. Then on the second page we have Ollie Henry in the Genesis P9, Black Seal P10, 710 Cap. It's 11th Dashi in the Cayman P12, and Richie with that disconnect, unfortunately, P13. Alright. So then, round number 8. The planned season finale, but due to that PSN issues for round 5, it's the penultimate race. But we will go to Germany. We will go to the Nürburgring. It will be the Grand Prix circuit. And mixed conditions, I can say you that. Sunny, rainy, cloudy, rainy, a mixture of everything. Still with the weather, we don't know if it will actually rain. The rain will hit the track, but could be some spicy conditions for that race at the Nürburgring. Yeah. Could be again a very interesting one. And yeah. So that's it from my side, I think. Thank you all for watching. I hope to see you in the next stream or real life or whatever you find the time to watch. We'll be definitely back next Thursday with that one, and next planned stream on the CLR YouTube channel will be next Tuesday, the Rising Stars Season 4 round number 3 race. So yeah, once again, thank you all. Take care. Love you all. Till next time. Bye. Bye.